Hi Global Kids! Today I'm going to tell you about the story of Jacob and Rachel. Have you ever heard about how your mom and dad got married? I believe that they loved each other so much. That's why you guys are here today. A marriage is important and it is under God's plan. Also, Jacob and Rachel's marriage was under God's plan too. Jacob moved on toward Haran, where Uncle Laban lived. Uncle Laban has two daughters who are Leah and Rachel. Leah had weak eyes, but Rachel was lovely and beautiful. Jacob lived with Laban and his family for a month, so he helped and looked after Uncle Laban's sheep. Then Laban talked with Jacob.
I should pay you for working for me. How much do you want?
Jacob said, I want to marry your daughter Rachel. I will work for you for 7 years if I can marry her. Then Laban said,
It's better that I give her to you than to some other man.
Jacob loved Rachel so much that the time seemed like only a few days. At last, the 7 had ended. Jacob said, My time is completed. Now I want to marry Rachel. Laban had a big wedding party. After dark, Laban brought Leah, Rachel's older sister. But Jacob didn't know that. Jacob was not in love with Leah. So he was angry the next morning when he found that he had married Leah, not Rachel. Jacob shouted at Laban, What have you done to me? I worked 7 years for Rachel, but you have given me Leah. Laban said,
In our country, the younger sister cannot get married first. When the bridal week is over, you can marry Rachel too. But you must work for me another 7 years.
So Jacob promised to work for Laban another 7 years. That means Jacob worked for 14 years just to marry Rachel. Laban deceived Jacob. He is such a bad uncle to him. How would you feel if you had an uncle like Laban? But do you remember that Jacob had deceived his father? Now his uncle deceived him. When we deceive others, then others may deceive us. You should treat others like the way you want to be treated. Your bad behavior will return back to you, but your good behavior will come back as a blessing. Okay, then let's try to be a channel of blessing. See you next time, Global Kids.